Many buyers step into the SUV market expecting reliability, value, and long-term peace of mind, but 2026 brings a surprising list of models that may end up disappointing more than impressing. Starting with the rise of over-styled crossovers that focus more on aesthetics than engineering, the year is filled with vehicles that look strong on brochures but reveal their flaws once the ownership experience begins. One of the biggest concerns is the persistence of underpowered engines being pushed into larger bodies, causing sluggish performance and poor fuel efficiency. Some manufacturers have attempted to mask this by adding simulated sport modes, but drivers quickly discover that these features do little more than strain the engine and accelerate wear. Several SUVs launching this year also come with overly complicated digital dashboards and touch-sensitive controls that seem futuristic at first glance but become an irritation during daily driving. Excessive software crashes, slow response times, and subscription-based functions for basic features like heated seats or key fob connectivity already frustrate early adopters. Among the disappointing entries, there are models known for their brand prestige but suffering from cost-cutting measures that compromise durability. Thin interior plastics, premature rattling noises, and easily scratched glossy surfaces are becoming common complaints across multiple 2026 models. Some SUVs also introduce experimental hybrid systems that promise high efficiency but struggle with real-world reliability. Early testers report issues like sudden power loss, battery overheating, and inconsistent regenerative braking. While manufacturers promote these as cutting-edge innovations, owners may find themselves making repeated trips to service centers, facing costly repairs not covered under standard warranties. Another growing problem is misleading safety assistance performance. Many SUVs advertise advanced driver assistance systems, yet some struggle with lane tracking accuracy, unpredictable braking on curved roads, or false collision alerts that startle drivers instead of helping them. Several models expected to be popular in 2026 have also been criticized for extremely firm suspensions that create uncomfortable rides over uneven roads. This is often a result of manufacturers chasing the sporty feel, but the result is a harsh, bumpy driving experience that most families will regret. In addition, some SUVs attempt to offer three-row seating in compact bodies, creating cramped cabins with almost no cargo space when all seats are in use. Buyers drawn to the promise of 7-seat versatility quickly discover that the third row is suitable only for small children, making these models impractical for real family usage. Another regret stems from rising maintenance costs. Certain brands have adopted expensive proprietary parts, meaning simple repairs like brake pad replacements or headlight assemblies cost far more than average. Paired with shorter service intervals, these SUVs become costly to own long before reaching high mileage. There are also models that struggle with outdated transmissions still being used in a new generation. Jerky shifts, delayed gear engagement, and excessive noise create an unpleasant daily driving experience. Some versions exhibit noticeable vibrations at higher speeds due to poorly balanced powertrains. Even worse, several SUVs come with overly optimistic fuel economy ratings that don't match real testing, leading owners to spend more on fuel than expected. Infotainment systems in a number of 2026 SUVs continue to cause frustration because of forced over-the-air updates that change menus, disable features temporarily, or introduce glitches. While software updates are meant to enhance performance, they often feel like constant beta testing at the owner's expense. Another major regret comes from SUVs that attempt to follow the rugged off-road trend despite lacking proper engineering. Fake skid plates, decorative roof rails, and artificial off-road drive modes create an illusion of toughness, but true capability is missing. Owners who attempt real off-roading quickly discover overheating drivelines, weak suspension components, and drivetrain inconsistencies. Additionally, some 2026 turbocharged engines are prone to carbon buildup and require premium fuel, increasing maintenance and operating costs that many buyers were not prepared for. Likewise, several electric SUVs bring range figures that drop dramatically in cold weather or high-speed driving, making them unreliable for long trips. Long charging times and limited fast charging compatibility also contribute to buyer disappointment. Interior comfort is another category where some upcoming models fail. Hard, flat seats, narrow footwells, limited headroom, and poor acoustic insulation reduce the overall premium feel customers expect. Even SUVs marketed as luxury offerings fall short when their cabin materials feel cheap or their soundproofing does not adequately block road and wind noise. To make matters worse, many of these vehicles have been given price hikes without meaningful upgrades, making them poor value compared to competitors. The final source of regret is weak resale value. Several brands track poorly on the used market, meaning buyers lose thousands more than expected when trading in or selling after just a few years. With all these issues combined, the 10 SUVs to avoid in 2026 share one common theme. They promise a lot on paper but fail to deliver where it matters most: real-world reliability, comfort, practicality, and long-term ownership satisfaction.